Now let's talk about the solution. How can we solve this, right? Let's talk about how can we solve this issue. We can solve this issue by having this LLC being taxed as a corporation on the US side. So there's a form called 8832. And then once we file that form, we convert that tax status of the LLC from disregarded, from a pass-through, to a corporation, which is similar to what Canada has. Canada is recognizing this LLC as a corporation. Now US is recognizing this as LLC as a corporation. Corporation on both sides. Now let's talk about how what same numbers, if both were corporations, how this income will be reported and how the taxation will happen. Right? So let's go to number, for example, 2, same scenario. So now, because now this is a US corporation, US rate is 21% flat for the federal rate. I'm not talking about state taxes here, only the federal taxes. And then again, the dividend rate is 40% that we have said before. All right, so year one, same thing, right? Year one, same thing. 100 LLC earned 100,000. There's a corporate tax on 100,000, which is 21%. Good. There's no income, no dividends, nothing there, nothing to be done on the Canadian side, just like what we did with the previous example. No foreign credits because we haven't paid any taxes, and then 21,000 is what we're paying to the IRS. Okay, let's go to year 2. In year 2, company distributes 79,000. We have a 15% tax treaty rate that get applied. The only tax we're paying is $11,850. Same 79,000 is being reported because it's a dividend to the person that owns the corporation. Right? In case same dividend gets reported on the Canadian side. The tax on the Canadian side is 40%, which is 31,600. We get the foreign credit of 11,850, which leaves us at 19,750 Canadian tax. In this scenario, we are able to fully utilize the US tax paid on the dividend, which is 11,850 on our Canadian side, which lowers the effective tax rate below 60% that we had previously. I think it's 70%, so previously was 70%. So we can see only 19,750 is due to the CRA. And then by claiming foreign tax credit on $11,850 that you paid to the IRS, the US IRS. All right, so this is what I am talking about. US LLC double taxation, if it's considered a disregarded or sole proprietorship or a pass-through. And then how can you make that a better scenario? By switching it to a corporation on the US side. Only on the US side, you make it as a corporation. And you are able to match the taxes of that LLC the same on the Canadian side and the US side.